Hello, this is the Learning Stack. I'm Mark Dearlove, and today I'm going to be taking you through Sana's new admin mode. So my friends at Sana reached out to me recently and told me that there's a new feature in beta, which is basically an agentic capability that allows you to do administration in the learning platform. So think of this as an assistant that will take you through a whole bunch of tasks that you might need to perform. Typically would take you an hour or two. This is going to do those tasks for you in a few minutes or even a few seconds, depending on what it is you're asking it to do. So I'm going to dive into the application. I'm going to take you through an example that I built out, that I tested, and I want to show you something that's really useful for administrators of a learning platform. So I'm in admin mode already. There are some predefined options that you can play around with here. So a whole bunch of tasks that you can go through. There is an option to show me a list of everything you can do. Let me give you an example of some of the things it can do. Now, I've found that this isn't an exhaustive list by any means. If you ask for smaller, more niche tasks, or if you ask it if I can compound some of these actions together, some of these tasks, then it'll give you a list of some of those things as well. But you can see courses, programs, assignments, a whole bunch of other things in there. Kind of these are single tasks, insights and reporting, so I can run those from here. What I'm going to do is just give it an option to run insights and a visualize and an act. So this is basically going to find some data, visualize that data, and then act upon that. In my instance, I want to find everyone who is a manager that has a program completion rate of less than 70% based in the UK. I want to create a visualization of those users sorted by department. Then I'm going to create a new group and add all of the users to that group. Call it disengaged UK managers. So typically you would do this in a few different ways. First, you'd create a query to find the people that you're interested in this case, the UK managers who haven't completed their programs. You then create a visualization with that. So you'd play around with the visualization options, save it to a dashboard maybe. Thirdly, then you'd go into groups, create a new group. Then you'd find the users. You have to do that manually, and then you're done. In this instance, it's going to do them all together. So I'm going to fire that off. So we have two things as an output. One is the disengaged UK managers by department. So I can see that the 5 users are in there with their different program completion rates. Here's my little visualization. Obviously it's pretty basic, but I can open this in Insights and I can change it into a chart. For example, I could change the view, but I've also got my option down here now to create a new group. In this instance, it hasn't created the group yet. It said to me, are you sure, basically? So the group is going to be called disengaged UK managers. There's a description in there of exactly what it does. And in this case, the learners that are going to be added to that group. So I can confirm that. And then it's going to create that group for me. So the group disengaged UK managers has been created. All 5 users have been added based on the parameters that we set. So now if I follow the link to disengaged UK managers, here's my disengaged UK managers group with the information we specified, the 5 users that it identified. So that's a very quick example of what the admin mode can do in Sana. I think it's a great addition. As an administrator of a Sana platform myself, I would have found this very, very useful to speed things up. Even more so for people who aren't familiar with the entire interface. So people that maybe jump in once or twice who have a very specific focus, I think they would find this useful because it means that they can just ask for an outcome versus having to learn the entire interface and go through the whole process manually. So yeah, admin mode in Sana Learn. Let me know what you think.